a beautiful 75-degree day on this fine Friday. We welcome you to Jefferson City, Tennessee for a top 25 matchup to decide who wins the SAC regular season title between number 19 Lenoir-Rhyne and number 21 Carson-Newman. I'm Matt Scalzo, so glad you could join me on the Eagles Sports Network. Atiana Stamper will get the ball in the circle for Carson-Newman facing this potent Lenoir-Rhyne lineup. Stamper makes her 18th start, 24th appearance, holds a 1.95 ERA and a 13-3 record. And leading off is Autumn Joyce, the center fielder for the Bears. The right-hander comes home and misses high and outside on the first offering. First pitch comes at 1:01 local time between the Bears and the Eagles. Stamper finds the zone on the 1-0, and the count levels to 1-1. Joyce atop this LR order is a .373 hitter with 9 home runs and 31 RBIs on the season. And the 1-1. High and outside, 2-1. Stamper got the ball to start both games against Emory and Henry 9 days ago, the last time the Eagles took the field, and they sit one game back of Lenoir-Rhyne coming into today's contest, the 2-1. Brushes inside, and snapping her legs back is Joyce from the righty's batter's box. Count goes to 3-1. Eagles picked up a 6-2 and a 6-4 win against E&H last Wednesday. This game bumped up one day to the impending weather. The 3-1 misses inside. It's a 5-pitch walk to Joyce, and the leadoff hitter is aboard for the Bears. Looking at the rest of this LR order, Madison Prim, the always dangerous junior, steps in to the righty's batter's box, followed by Lainey Warren and then Alexandria Gray. 5 hitters Avery Kiger with Kaylin Brown batting 6th. Here's the first offering, a swing and a high drive out towards left field. Saunders roaming into the corner, and it will drift foul and over the fence. Off the bat of Prim, one of the best hitters not only in the South Atlantic Conference, the region, but also in Lenoir-Rhyne history. 9 long balls this season. This LR team hits more home runs than anybody in the South Atlantic Conference, coming off a midweek matchup against Lees McRae, the 0-1. Prim fouls it straight back, and the count goes to 0-2. Against the Bobcats in the midweek, LR blasted 10 home runs in the doubleheader and improved their record to 35-11, 17-3 in sack play. One game in front of the Eagles. Headed today's matchup. Stamper ahead 0-2 against Prim. The righty comes home. Prim takes high and inside on the rise ball. Count goes to 1-1. Stamper's been a workhorse in the circle for Carson-Newman this season. The 1-2. Back upstairs, it misses. A snap throw back to first. And diving in ahead of the tag is Joyce. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody away here in the top of the first inning. Top 25 showdown between two schools that know each other so well. Break even from Stamper. Just misses inside. She doesn't get the strike call. Lenny Fox, the home plate umpire. John Rivers over at first. Nathan Goodsay is the other field umpire here in game 1. And the count goes full against Prim. Junior third baseman stands deep in the righty's batter's box. A tall, narrow stance. Payoff pitch from Stamper. Prim pops it up, scraping the sky into foul ground down the left field line. Saunders makes the grab, tagging and going to second goes Joyce, and she slides in feet first before the throw gets into Shelby Armstrong. So Prim with a productive out number 1 moves Joyce into scoring position for this dangerous middle of the order for Lenoir-Rhyne. We'll take a look at the Carson-Newman defense. Abby Martin commands straightaway center with Katie Mathena in right, and Addie Saunders flanks in left. Macaulay Bailey's at first with Shelby Armstrong at second. Malia Smith's the shortstop, and Grace Gregory creeping in over at third base. First pitch to Warren is an off-speed that misses above the letters from Stamper. 1-0. Third consecutive righty, and the train of righties will continue with Alexandria Gray standing on deck. Anne-Marie Richards completes the battery with Stamper. Here's the 1-0. Infield pop-up that drifts into foul ground down the left field line. Gregory and Smith towards the bullpen fence. They leap, and neither of them is able to come up with it.
Good try.
As Warren is fortunate to get another swing, and Warren is the engine in this offense. 13 home runs, paces this Bears squad. 41 RBIs, one back of Prim for the team high.
Come on, Auntie.
1-1 to Warren. She patiently lets it go by above the letters. 2-1. Warren, like the others, standing deep in the righty's batter's box, turns on the 2-1 and pulls it up onto Davis Street down the left field line. Count goes to 2-2. All the spectators ducking for cover as that came scorching in off the bat of Warren. Two balls and two strikes. Stamper comes home, and Warren fouls it off, just catching it off the end of her bat. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corners even with the bag. Here's the 2-2. High and outside to Warren. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. To the 3-hitter in this order. A 363 hitter is Lonnie Warren. Here's the payoff pitch from Stamper. Warren fights it off, lifting it high and out of play. Already 7 pitches between these two. In their first go around here in the top of the first. Autumn Joyce in scoring position at second in a 0-0 ball game. Righty on righty as Stamper comes home on pitch number 8. An check swing that hits off the hand of Warren. She didn't go around, and so it is a hit by pitch.
Now batting designated player number 61, Alexandria Gray.
And Warren shaking her hand as she goes over towards first base. A quick visit in the circle by Malia Smith, Tatiana Stamper. 2 freshman teammates, both Knoxville natives. Trying to calm things down as Alexandria Gray climbs into the righty's batter's box. First pitch to Gray. This is above the zone, 1-0.
Monty, you got it.
276 hitter, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs for Gray this season. A 1-0. Called strike at the bottom rail, 1-1.
Got it.
Stamper home on the 1-1. Gray staying patient, as has this entire Bears order, especially on the rise ball from Stamper that hangs upstairs. 2-1. They haven't swung at any pitch that's been outside of the zone so far. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Hey, nice change. I like it.
Good one, good.
Gray out in front of the off speed from Stamper. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First swing and miss by a Bears hitter so far here in the top of the first inning. The 2-2 from Stamper. Called strike. Gray throws it on the off speed, and there's strikeout number 1 for Atiana Stamper, and out number 2 here in the top of the first inning as she tries to work a scoreless frame. She'll face her first lefty in the order, and sophomore Avery Kiger was SAC Freshman of the Year last season and has followed it up with a strong sophomore campaign, a 333 hitter. First pitch home from Stamper.
Hey, good pop.
Hits in the upper part of the zone, 0-1.
Got it, T.
Kiger deep in the lefty's batter's box, the 0-1 from Stamper. goes back to the well with the rise ball, and holding off on her swing is Kiger. Squares the count to 1-1 on a beautiful sun-splashed Friday afternoon in Mossy Creek. Wind blowing out today. The 1-1. Skips in. Richards with a good block sliding to her right. Holds Joyce over at second. Lonnie Warren
You got it.
stands over at first base with 2 away. 2 on in a pivotal regular season finale and senior day for Carson-Newman. 2-1 from Stamper. Line drive into right field. Mathena won't get there in time. It skips off her glove and up the alley. Joyce comes in to score. Warren gets the wave around. There is no throw home. And it's a 2-0 Lenoir-Rhyne lead in the top of the first inning. Kiger comes through with a double into the gap. And the Bears open the scoring, trying to clinch the South Atlantic Conference regular season title. They just need a split to do that. Carson-Newman needs to sweep LR today in order to win their first regular season title since 2017. As Stamper starts off with a first pitch strike to Kaylin Brown.
Come on, T, you got it.
On deck is Adriana Lamantha.
Yeah, that was awful. What's that?
The 0-1 high and outside, 1-1.
Yeah, that was awful.
Kennedy Lang and Madison Wilson round out the last 2 hitters in this LR order. And Wilson, we'll see her in the circle whenever the Eagles pick up their bats. Here comes the 1-1. Line drive into left field. It's a fair ball down the line. Around third, coming to the score is Kiger, and advancing up to second goes Brown. It's 3-0 LR here in the top of the first inning. And they've gotten through against the stellar freshman right-hander in Atiana Stamper.
Batting. Right fielder number 23, Adriana Lamantia.
And Lamantia now coming up to bat here. Trying to drive in another runner with Brown over at second in scoring position. First pitch misses off the plate to the left-handed hitter. 1-0. Up over the 30 pitch mark is Stamper here in this first inning. The 1-0. Burns the outside edge. 1-1 against Lamantia. A .361 hitter in her freshman season. 18 RBIs so far this year. The 1-1 hangs outside. 2 balls and a strike with 2 away. Against the freshman from Waxhaw, North Carolina. 2-1. Lamantia flies one out to right. Mathena drifts back and underneath it for out number 3, but the Bears break through. 3 runs on 2 hits. They take advantage of a free pass and a hit by pitch to open the scoring here in the top of the first inning. Eagles look to answer back. They'll face Madison Wilson when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large 1-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large 1-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Madison Wilson steps into the circle for LR with a 3-0 lead after the top of the first inning, and Wilson, one of the best pitchers in the South Atlantic Conference this season. 16-4 with a 2.27 ERA, making her 22nd start and her 23rd appearance overall with 129 innings of work this season. She'll face Malia Smith, Abby Martin, and Macaulay Bailey here in the bottom of the first inning. The rest of the Carson-Newman order is as follows. Grace Gregory, the third baseman, bats in the cleanup spot with Addie Saunders batting fifth, playing in left field. Anne-Marie Richards, the catcher, bats sixth as Wilson comes set, and the right-hander's first pitch to Malia Smith misses down and away against the shortstop in the lefty's batter's box, 1-0. Sarah Walker, the DP, bats seventh with Katie Mathena, the right fielder, batting eighth, and Shelby Armstrong rounds things out playing at second base. 1-0. Blown away once more. 2 balls and no strikes against the leadoff hitter, freshman shortstop Malia Smith. 2-0 from Wilson. Hangs low, 3 balls, no strikes. Carson-Newman's largest deficit that they have faced this season was 4 runs against Milligan, and then their last time out against Emory and Henry. Here's the 3-0. Sizzles into the heart of the zone from Wilson, 3 balls and a strike. So this Carson-Newman team, no stranger from big deficits. But this LR team, a different animal. The 3-1 misses low and appeal down to third. Smith did not go around, and just like Lenoir-Rhyne did in the top of the first inning, Carson-Newman gets the leadoff hitter aboard on a 5-pitch walk. Brings up Abby Martin, one of 6 seniors to be honored in between games today for Carson-Newman. Righty on righty, Wilson's first pitch home. Catches the inside corner, 0-1. Martin's been one of the top hitters for this Carson-Newman team. The 0-1 misses down and in over top her shoes in the righty's batter's box, 1-1. But Martin's hit a little bit of a tough stretch lately, 1 for 10 at the plate across her last 3 games. The 1-1. Right down the chute for Wilson, 1-2. As Martin looks to settle in here, has Smith over at first. She's got tremendous speed. 1-2 on the way from Wilson. Misses inside, nearly clipping the lead knee of Martin. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody away. In the bottom of the first inning, a 3-0 LR lead. Took the lead on a 2-run double from Avery Kiger. Kaylin Brown added to it with an RBI single. The 2-2 jam shot that Martin muscles up the third base side, foul. And the count stays where it is. Martin deep in the righty's batter's box. Here's the break even from Wilson. And Martin clips a foul ball. Goes off the fence that runs along the first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat on its way. Here comes Wilson to the plate. And Martin again able to spoil with a foul ball. Smith was going on the last offering from Wilson. 22 stolen bases for the freshman, second most in the South Atlantic Conference, behind Gracie Flynn from Catawba. Another 2-2 from Wilson, goes to the off-speed. Martin line drive into center field. Coming on and making the grab is Autumn Joyce for out number 1. The throw back into the infield. Got away from the middle infield pairing of Lacey Nicholson at second and Kennedy Lang at short, but Wilson on the backup prohibits Smith from advancing up. So here comes Macaulay Bailey now. Senior first baseman. First offering to the right-hander, misses down and in. Good stop behind the plate by Lonnie Warren. Bailey, a .456 hitter this season. The 1-0. She's late on the fastball. Smith's going. The throw into center field, or throw down to second, goes into center field, and Smith is in safely with her 23rd stolen base of the season. Puts a runner into scoring position in a 1-1 count against Macaulay Bailey. Second in the South Atlantic Conference in RBIs, first in batting average. 1-1 to the right-hander. Misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Smith over at second. 2-1 to Macaulay Bailey. Late on the fastball from Wilson. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 away. Bailey's been one of the top RBI producers in every season. So much so that she leads the South Atlantic Conference in career RBIs, but she has been held without an RBI in 7 of her last 10. The 2-2. Golfs one foul down the right field line. Picked up RBIs against Catawba in both games of that doubleheader. Had a solo home run against Coker on the 11th. 2-2. Spoils with another foul ball. She attacks the rise ball from Wilson. But since breaking the sack all-time RBI record against Milligan at the end of March, Bailey's RBI total has come to a screeching halt. Here's a 2-2. Hangs it just off the outer edge of the plate from Wilson, and the count goes full. Eagles trying to settle in after LR plated 3 in the top of the first. Chance to cut into the lead with their fastest player in scoring position at second in Malia Smith. 3-2 to Macaulay Bailey. Wave and a miss. Wilson with her first strikeout puts 2 away.
Number 47, Grace Gregory.
And it brings up Grace Gregory. The third baseman in her first season, lone season with Carson-Newman, has been one of the top hitters, most dangerous hitters over the last month in the South Atlantic Conference. First pitch to Gregory, high and outside, 1-0.
Stay hot.
9 home runs leads the way for Carson-Newman. It's top 5 in the South Atlantic Conference. Here comes the 1-0. She comes up late on the fastball from Wilson. 1-1. It's a go-to pitch for Wilson. Works with a lot of velocity. Deep in the righty's batter's box, the 1-1. Brushes high and inside, and Gregory leans out of the way. 2 balls and a strike. Last week, Gregory was the South Atlantic Conference and TSWA Player of the Week for her efforts against Catawba and Coker. The 2-1 just clips the offering from Wilson foul.
Come on, Grace.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away. Smith over at second after a leadoff walk. Swipe second base during Macaulay Bailey's at-bat. Break even from Wilson on the way. Gregory pops it up, foul ground right field line. It will fade out of play.
Come on, Grace.
Here's another 2-2. Down and in. Gregory shifts out of the way. And the count goes full against the third baseman. Graduate student out of White House, Tennessee. LR with a win can lock up the South Atlanta Conference regular season title. The payoff pitch to Gregory misses in. It's a pair of walks for Wilson here in the top of the first. And Gregory in a long at-bat puts 2 on.
Number 44, Adam Saunders.
Come on, Eddie.
Brings up the left fielder, Addie Saunders, who represents the tying run here in the bottom of the first inning, trying to come through and cut into this lead with Smith in scoring position at second. Gregory now at first. Second lefty in the order for Carson-Newman and Saunders. Wilson, the right-hander, comes set. And the first pitch home. Called strike on the outer half against Saunders. 0-1. Left fielder, a native of Radford, Virginia. Has been a standout player in her second year. The 0-1. Misses low and away. 1-1. When catching up with head coach Michael Graves ahead of today's contest, he said strike zone discipline is going to have to be the best it's been this entire season for Carson-Newman. Here's the 1-1 from Wilson. Hangs low.
Come on, Eddie.
2 balls and a strike. Wilson and Faith Kerrigan, the MO in the circle for Lenoir-Rhyne this season. He knows what's at stake and know who's they're gonna face. The 2-1. Saunders fouls it straight back and up onto Davis Street. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. .32 pitches for Wilson. 17 of them have been strikes. Break even to Saunders. A chopper right back to the pitcher in front of the circle. Goes to first, and Saunders is retired for out number 3. Carson-Newman works long at bats, puts pressure on, but through 1, it's a 3-0 lead for number 19, Lenoir-Rhyne, on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shopseeandeagles.com.
Into the top of the second inning, it's a 3-0 lead for number 19, Lenoir-Rhyne, over number 21, Carson-Newman, here on the Eagle Sports Network. Matt Scalzo with you. So glad you could join me. Bears have 8-9-1 due up against Atiana Stamper. Madison Wilson works a scoreless bottom of the first as Kennedy Lang leads off. Stamper delivers the first pitch strike to get the second inning going. Free passes hurt the Eagles in the top of the first inning. A walk and a hit by pitch issued by Stamper. Came in to score with 2 outs. All 3 runs scoring with 2 outs on the board. For LR, the 0-1. Line drive that sinks into left field. It's a leadoff single for Lang. Picked up by Saunders. She fires it back in. And the sophomore shortstop picks up hit number 3 for the Bears. Brings up the 9-hitter and pitcher, Madison Wilson. Worked around some trouble. Pair of walks in the bottom of the first. Was able to retire Addie Saunders to bring the inning to a close. Stands in the lefty's batter's box. First pitch to Wilson. Hangs upstairs from Stamper. Wilson doesn't get a ton of at-bats, but has 58 on the season. 19 hits. Her and Faith Kerrigan, the 2 pitchers, both tote the lumber. The 1-0 hangs beneath the knees 2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff hitter and Lang over at first base after a single to left. Here comes the 2-0. Catches the top part of the zone, 2-1. Flex player for the Bears is Lacey Nicholson, which is why Wilson has the bat. The 2-1. Foul tipped by Wilson to the backstop. 2-2. Wilson, a slapper that can help set the table for the top half of the Carson-Newman order, or excuse me, the Lenoir-Rhyne order rather, with Autumn Joyce and Madison Prim. Here's the 2-2. Wilson able to lift it up and out of play. Keep the count where it is against Atiana Stamper. Break even from Stamper. Wilson pops it up. Foul ground, third base side. Gregory on the coach's box. Makes the grab for out number 1.
Now batting, center fielder, number 22, Autumn Joyce.
So that brings up top of the order, center fielder Autumn Joyce, who worked a walk her first time up. First pitch to Joyce is an off-speed that cements itself in the inner half of the zone. 0-1 as Stamper, second time through the orders, looking for a cleaner frame. As their offense will look to solve Madison Wilson. Here comes the 0-1. Wave and a miss from Joyce. She's out in front of the rise ball from Stamper. Stamper rocks and deals the 0-2. Goes back upstairs, and Joyce doesn't bite this time. There's the 1-2. Got her on the strikeout, and there's the second out. Second strikeout for Stamper today.
77, Madison Prim.
Stamper looking to bounce back here in this top of the second inning. Gets out number 2 and went back to the rise ball. And Joyce this time bit it once, stayed off it, and then bites again as this time turning on the first pitch is Prim. Drives it out into left field, and it is gone. A 2-run home run from Madison Prim jumps on the first pitch from Stamper and pushes the lead up to 5. It's all LR through 2 innings against Carson-Newman. 10th home run this season for Madison Prim. And the Bears are in firm control. That one just left in the heart of the zone, and Madison Prim left no doubt with a tape measure shot out into left center field.
Catcher number 33, Laney Warren.
First pitch to Laney Warren hangs low from Stamper, 1-0. Bears have gotten through against one of the top pitchers in Carson-Newman history in Stamper, or at least in her freshman season, had been holding hitters to a 186 batting average. The 1-0 comes missing inside and goes to the backstop. LR 4 for 9 at the plate. They are 3 for 4 with 2 outs on the board. 2-0 popped up and out of play. Down third base side by Warren. 2-1. A 67th home run this season by Lenoir-Rhyne, second most in Division II, trailing just West Texas A&M. Here comes the 2-0. Warren drives it down the left field line, and it hooks foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. in the top of the second. A lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement around today's contests. LR's come out and thrown the first punch, and it has taken the life out of this Carson-Newman side through an inning and some change. 2-2. Warren pops it up. Foul ground, third base side. Gregory gives it a look, but it'll land on the hill and runs parallel with Davis Street. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count stays where it is. Base is empty after a 2-run home run from Madison Prim. Two from Stamper. Just off the mark, and the count runs full against Laney Warren. Three-two. Skips in, and it's a 2-out walk to Warren. Second time she's gotten on. First by a hit by pitch.
Player number 61, Alexandria Gray.
And now here on the walk. 2-run home run for Prim. It was the 44th of her career. Ties her for third in LR history as Holly Tucker-Vance will go out to talk with her freshman pitcher, Atiana Stamper. Bears have gotten through. Aided by a walk and a hit by pitch in the first inning. They plated 3 runs, and then with 2 outs again. Here in the second, Madison Prim hammers her 10th home run of the season over the left center field wall. Pushed the lead up to 5. Largest deficit that Carson-Newman has faced this season. For 9 days, Carson-Newman waited in anticipation of this contest, knowing what is at stake. A sweep against the Bears, and they pick up their first SAC regular season title since 2017. First pitch to Alexandria Gray. Turns on it and pops it up out of play. Count goes to 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Gray turns on it, drives it deep out towards center field. Martin back to the wall. It is gone. The second 2-run home run of the second inning. And the Bears are blitzing the Eagles at 7-0 in the top of the second. Fourth home run for Alexandria Gray in her junior season. Pushes the lead and the advantage even higher as Atiana Stamper's day comes to a close after an inning and 2/3. Reagan Rowan comes out of the first base side dugout and will replace the freshman right-hander. And as Rowan gets warmed up, we'll take a quick break on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Reagan Rowan's come in relief for Atiana Stamper, who goes an inning and 2/3 against LR. Gives up 7 runs. Pair of 2-run shots here in the top of the second inning. Rowan, the sophomore, hit on the first pitch to Kiger. The 0-1. Connects once more, finding the outer part of the plate. 0-2. Sophomore out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee is Rowan. Emerged in March as a go-to option for head coach Michael Graves. The 0-2. Kiger pops it up. Left field. Saunders drifts back and makes the play for out number 3. We'll talk more about Reagan Rowan when we see her next. But Carson-Newman facing its largest deficit of the season, trailing 7-0 against Lenoir-Rhyne here on this Friday afternoon on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
First pitch to Anne-Marie Richards. This is beneath the knees of the freshman catcher for Madison Wilson. And it's 1-0. Carson-Newman trailing 7-0 through an inning and a half. Largest deficit they faced this season. Prior to today was 4. 1-0. Richards turns on it and hammers one to left. But it is foul. As Carson-Newman tries to ball its fist up, and it did so against E&H in a come-from-behind win in Game 2, but this a different animal. 1-1 comes skimming off the top of the turf from Wilson, 2-1. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second, highlighted by a pair of 2-run home runs, one from Madison Prim, the other from Alexandria Gray. Chased Atiana Stamper from the contest. The 2-1, a check swing from Richards, and it is fouled away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Richards is coming off a stellar doubleheader against E&H. There's a fire starter in the lineup for the Eagles. A 2-2, a check swing that finds its way into right field for a base hit. Leadoff hitter gets on for Carson-Newman for the second consecutive inning. It's the first hit for Carson-Newman as AM continues her hot stretch. This bottom part of the order for Carson-Newman trying to set the table and get some life back into its dugout. Richards pumped up as she got over towards first base. Brings up Sarah Walker. First pitch to Walker, fouls it away, and it's 0-1. Katie Mathena stands on deck, and then Shelby Armstrong is in the hole if it gets to her. Walker, another one of these stellar freshmen for head coach Michael Graves, the 0-1. Walker slices it foul down the first base side and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. After Wilson surrendered her first hit.
Come on, Sarah.
Worked around. Pair of 2-out base runners in the first. The 0-2 nearly hits Walker as she jumps out of the way in the righty's batter's box. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Walker. Off the end of her bat. Bloops it out into left center field. On the move and ranging into the gap goes Autumn Joyce for out number 1. Brings up Katie Mathena. LR and its alternate cardinal tops. Bears written across the chest in big white block lettering outlined in black. numbers on the front and the back to mimic. Black pants and black socks for the Bears. First pitch to Katie Mathena. Called strike on the inner half. It's 0-1. Black visor for those that choose to wear it for LR, which is everyone besides the pitcher in Wilson and the catcher in Warren. The 0-1, a wave and a miss from Mathena. Is late on the elevated pitch from Wilson. Wilson trying to answer back after giving up a leadoff base hit to Anne-Marie Richards. Here comes the 0-2. Misses off the plate to the right-handed hitting Mathena, 1-2. Carson-Newman in its football-esque uniforms that are white with big blue numbers on the front and the back with a thin white outline and then an orange outline. Navy blue pants. Here comes the 1-2. Mathena drives it up the middle, and it's off the glove of the shortstop in Lang and into center field. Second base hit for the Eagles. Lang had to dive to even get her glove on it. And so here comes the 9-hitter in Shelby Armstrong. Pair of base hits for the Eagles here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Armstrong. Clips it straight back. Armstrong has turned into the everyday second baseman after splitting time with Reese Winchester at the end of March. Here comes the 0-1. Armstrong fouls it away, and it's 0-2. One of two transfers that came to Carson-Newman this season alongside Grace Gregory. Armstrong spent her last 2 seasons at Roane State Community College. 246 hitter. Here comes the 0-2. Check swing. She goes around, and Wilson puts her down on 3 pitches for out number 2 in the second. Second strikeout for Wilson. It turns back over now to the top of the Carson-Newman order with Malia Smith. First pitch to Smith. Comes right down Main Street, and it's 0-1. 50 pitches for Madison Wilson. Has worked in the zone quite a bit. Getting ahead on Carson-Newman hitters. The 0-1. Smith slaps it up onto Davis Street down the left field line. No balls, 2 strikes. Richards at second, Mathena at first, a 7-0 Lenoir-Rhyne lead. Time is called by the catcher, Laney Warren. Here comes the 0-2. Smith, the ground ball up the middle and into center field. Richards gets the stop sign at third as the throw comes in from Joyce. And the Eagles have loaded the bases here in the bottom of the second. All on base hits, one from Richards, then Mathena, and now Malia Smith. As there will be a visit in the circle for Lenoir-Rhyne. Sheena Holler goes out to talk with her entire infield and her star pitcher. Holler in her 27th season at the helm of the Bears. 2 wins today. She would pick up her 1100th career victory. Owns over 1,000 victories at LR alone. And spent her entire career coaching in the South Atlantic Conference. Spent 2 years at Newberry. And now the last 27 with the Bears, trying to pick up her 13th SAC regular season championship. First pitch to Abby Martin from Wilson. Clips the bottom rail, and it's 0-1. Martin's 0 for 1 with a line out to center field. Worked a long at bat against Wilson. came out on the losing end of it. Here comes the 0-1. Goes after the rise ball, but clips it straight back. And Wilson sits a strike away from getting out of this situation. Bases loaded and 2 outs for Carson-Newman, trailing 7-0. They've put 3 hits on the board here in this second inning. Richards at third, Mathena at second, Smith over at first. The 0-2 to Martin. Check swing. She holds back as it dips beneath the zone from Wilson. One-two from Wilson on the way. Hangs upstairs. Martin has worked the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away against one of the most veteran players for Carson-Newman. Two from Wilson. Called strike 3. Martin rung up as Wilson paints it inside, and Carson-Newman leaves the bases loaded in the bottom of the second. Wilson with their 3rd strikeout sends us into the 3rd. It's a 7-0 LR lead here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Into the 3rd inning, it's a 7-0 lead for number 19 Lenoir-Rhyne over number 21 Carson-Newman on the Eagle Sports Network. Matt Scalzo with you. So glad you could join me. Senior day for the Eagles find themselves facing their largest deficit of the season. Reagan Rowan settles into the circle for her first full inning of work. Try to provide some stability in the circle for Carson-Newman as first pitch misses high and outside to Kaylin Brown, a left fielder. Righty on righty matchup. The 1-0 from Rowan. Hangs upstairs 2-0. Crooked numbers in the first and the second inning for LR. 3 in the first, 4 in the second. It's been 2 out hits that have plagued Carson-Newman. 2-0. Called strike at the knees, and it's 2-1. Rowan's had an up and down journey. Came out of the gates hot in her first career collegiate pitching appearance on March 1st. Turned into a Game 2 starter for Michael Graves. 2-1. Popped up out of play first base side 2-2. But 3 consecutive rocky starts against Newberry, Catawba, and Coker. So Rowan lose out on her Game 2 starting nod in last doubleheader against E&H. 2-2 from Rowan. Misses low and away to the right-handed hitting Brown.
Come on, Reagan.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Brown, an RBI double her last time up. Payoff pitch from Rowan. Brown lifts it in the air. Stay on the infield towards the first base foul line at Shelby Armstrong for out number 1. And for the first time today, the leadoff hitter is retired for either side.
No batting. Ready. Right fielder, number 23, Adriana Lamontia.
Adriana Lamontia comes up to bat in the lefty's batter's box. 1 for 1 with a base hit. Or excuse me, 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. First pitch to Lamontia, misses inside against the lefty. One on the way from Rowan. Comes skipping into the righty's batter's box. 2-0. First appearance in 13 days for Rowan. Here comes the 2-0. Called strike. Catches the top half of the zone. 2-1. Rowan had 14 strikeouts through her first 4 appearances in the circle, but across her last 4, she's just totaled 3. Here comes the 2-1, and it hits Lamontia on her right hip. Puts a 1-out base runner on for LR.
Shortstop number 24, Kennedy Lang.
Brings up Kennedy Lang. Lang 1 for 1 with a base hit. Led off the second inning. Eventually came in to score on a 2-run home run from Madison Prim. First pitch. Misses low. Rowan home on the 1-0. Lang shows bunt. Clips it straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming into today, Rowan holds a 2.75 ERA, making her 9th appearance, a 4-0 record. Had held opponents to a 225 batting average. Here comes the 1-1. Wave and a miss from Lang. Was late on the swing on the offering from Rowan. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 away. One-two on the way. Misses outside. A snap throw back to first by Richards. Leaning in ahead of the tag from Bailey was Adriana Lamontia. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away. In the top of the 3rd inning, a 7-0 lead for Lenoir-Rhyne. 1 more run puts Carson-Newman in run rule territory. Payoff pitch. Misses outside.
Now batting, featured number 1, Madison Wilson.
Lang battles through the at-bat, works a walk with 1 away. Puts 2 on with 1 gone to the 9-hitter and pitcher Madison Wilson. Rowan home on the first pitch to Wilson. Chops one up the middle and into center field. Stopping at 3rd is Lamontia as Martin came charging in. Was ready to crow hop a throw to home.
Now batting,
But it loads the bases with 1 away as it turns over now to the top of the order after a base hit from Madison Wilson. First pitch to Autumn Joyce. It's in the gut, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1, an off speed that Joyce golfs foul down the left field line. No balls, 2 strikes as Rowan tries to return the favor from Madison Wilson, who worked out of a bases-loaded jam with 2 away. And the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-2 to Joyce. Called strike 3. Rowan puts Joyce down looking. Second time today that Joyce has gone back to the dugout by way of the K. And the first strikeout for Reagan Rowan puts 2 outs away. But here comes Madison Prim, fresh off a 2-run home run. She's 1 for 2 today. Rowan's first pitch to Prim. Goes after it and fouls it away. 0-1. This has been the name of the game for LR through the first 2 innings. 2 out hitting. They are 4 for 6 at the plate with 2 outs. Headlined by a pair of 2-run home runs an inning ago. Here's the 0-1 to Prim. Off speed that loops outside. One ball and 1 strike. Rowan comes home. Prim pops it up. Foul ground, right field line, and it will drift out of play and out of reach for Katie Mathena and Shelby Armstrong giving chase. Count goes to 1-2 with 2 away. Bases juiced in the top of the third. 7-0 lead for number 19, Lenoir-Rhyne. Lamontia at third, Lang at second, and Wilson at first. Madison Prim in the righty's batter's box. Comes set. Here's the 1-2 from Rowan. A ground ball straight to the shortstop in Smith. She'll go to first, and the inning is over. Rowan works around trouble. Leaves the bases loaded in the top of the third inning. Makes it 7-0 LR as we head to the bottom of the third on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Reagan Rowan puts up the first 0 for LR's offense, leaving the bases loaded in the top of the third. Now the heart of the Carson-Newman order tries to kickstart its offense against Madison Wilson, and her first pitch to Macaulay Bailey drifts outside to the right-handed hitting first baseman, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The largest deficit that Carson-Newman has faced this season. The 1-0 off the mark, 2 balls and no strikes. 1 win today for Lenoir-Rhyne. They, at the very least, clinch a share of the South Atlantic Conference regular season title. Here comes the 2-0. Bailey comes up empty on the elevated pitch from Wilson, 2-1. Of course, that share can turn into an outright lead depending on the result of Anderson against Emory and Henry on Sunday afternoon. 2-1. Misses low, 3 balls and a strike against Macaulay Bailey. Lead off this bottom half of the third inning. Stands up in the righty's batter's box, the 3-1. Outside. It's a 5-pitch walk to Macaulay Bailey, and for the third time, Carson-Newman's offense gets the leadoff hitter on base. Second time via a walk. It was the third walk issued by Wilson. The Eagles have seen Wilson before. She pitched in game 1 of the doubleheader last year. LR picked up a sweep in Hickory. First pitch to Grace Gregory. She fouls it away. A 5-2 win in game 1 for the Bears last season, followed by a 14-11 win in game number 2. Here comes the 0-1. Gregory fouls it away once more, and it's 0-2. 96th all-time meeting between these two schools. Carson-Newman leads the series 56-39. Last time they met on the banks of Mossy Creek, it was a sweep for the Eagles, the 0-2. Drifts outside to Gregory. Stands in the righty's batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and nobody gone in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A 1-2. Gregory, line shot that sinks into center field and will split the gap into right center. Skips away from the center fielder, Joyce, as Bailey turns around third, digging for home. The relay throw is cut off, and Carson-Newman is on the board. (7-1) here in the bottom of the 3rd, and Grace Gregory continues her hot streak, igniting life back into the Carson-Newman dugout. Going the other way against Wilson. A slicing line drive in a right center field. It popped away for a moment from Autumn Joyce, and it's an RBI double for Grace Gregory. She's got 47 now. As Addie Saunders climbs into the lefty's batter's box, Gregory still in scoring position at second. First pitch to Saunders. A couple of balls outside. The left-handed hitting left fielder. 1-0. These two, and Gregory and Saunders, have been so good over last month for Carson-Newman. 1-0's high and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. For Gregory, she's now got 24 RBIs across her last 15 games. Batting up well above 500 in that stretch. The 2-0, Saunders straight to the shortstop, and it is scooped off the turf by the shortstop and Lang, and she's called out. Is Saunders, who thought for a moment she might have been able to beat the throw to first, but Lang just keeping it off the turf. An underhand scoop at short puts out number 1 on the board as Anne-Marie Richards climbs into the righty's batter's box, 1-for-1 with a base hit. First pitch to Gregory is inside for ball 1. A really good shot there on our first base side camera that able to show that Lang was just able to keep her glove underneath it for out number 1. 1-0. Outside to Richards, 2 balls, no strikes. 71 pitches for Wilson. As we're here in the bottom of the 3rd. Carson-Newman cutting into this lead. Richards, a bouncing ball straight to the shortstop, and Lang on the 2-0 offering. Lang will fire out at first, and there's out number 2.
Designated player, number 22, Sarah Walker.
Sarah Walker will climb in here. Trying to drive in Gregory, who stands in scoring position at second after an RBI double. Played to Macaulay Bailey for the first run of the game for Carson-Newman. Walker, off the end of her bat, fouls it away on the first pitch she sees from Wilson. 0-1. 7 runs is the largest deficit that Carson-Newman has faced this season. The previous high was 4 runs. Here comes the 0-1. Walker cuts and misses. And it's 0-2 with 2 away. Walker's 0-for-1 with a fly out to center field. Here's the 0-2. Way of the miss. Walker chases the pitch outside from Wilson. Picks up strikeout number 4.
A hit, no errors, and 1.
And it leaves 1 left on, but Carson-Newman gets on the board. An RBI double from Grace Gregory sends us into the 4th. It's 7-1. Lenoir-Rhyne over Carson-Newman on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Lead's been cut down to 6 as Grace Gregory ropes in an RBI double in the bottom of the 3rd inning, makes it a 7-1 deficit. Laney Warren leads off for Lenoir-Rhyne. 3, 4, and 5 against Reagan Rowan in the 4th, and the first pitch to Warren drops beneath the knees. 1-0. Warren yet to register an at-bat today. Getting on a hit by pitch and a walker 2 times to the plate today. And the 1-0. Warren turns on it. A scorching shot to left. Saunders leaps, can't hold on to it. As it climbs out of her glove, she fires it back in, and it's a leadoff base hit for Laney Warren.
Now batting.
Just slightly misjudged from Saunders as that one came in on a rope. Was unable to hold on to the hard line drive off the bat of Warren. And so here comes Alexandria Gray. 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run her last time up. First pitch to Gray. Finds the zone. Gray in the righty's batter's box with a wide stance, shows bunt, misses as she tries to lay it down. The count goes to 0-2. There's Warren over at first after her base hit. Here comes the 0-2. Loops away from Gray. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rowan on home with the 1-2. Got Gray out in front of the off speed, but she chops it off of home plate foul. Count stays where it is. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second for Lenoir-Rhyne. The 1-2. Gray hoists one high in the air. Foul ground right field line. Armstrong moves over and is unable to squeeze it. Hit squarely in her mitt. One is unable to get the first out here in the 4th. It'll be an error against Armstrong. 1-2 on the way. Gray lifts it out of play, foul. Straight behind home plate. And the 1-2 to Gray. Chops one, foul, third base side. Two of the top offenses in the South Atlantic Conference. LR's gotten its offense going early. 7 hits, 7 runs through just over 3 innings so far. Carson-Newman a run on 4 hits. There's the 1-2. Misses down and in against Gray. Right over top for Cleats in the righty's batter's box. Squares the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield and outfield playing back against Gray. 2-2 from Rowan. Gray turns on it, lifts one high in the air towards right field. Mathena ranges over towards the right center field gap, and there is out number 1. So the error doesn't come back to haunt Armstrong, as Gray is retired in the at-bat. Brings up Avery Kiger. That opened the scoring for LR in the first. A 2-run double for the standout sophomore. Stands in lefty's batter's box, swings on the first pitch that she sees from Rowan. Lifts one high in the air, out towards center field. In the shadow of the warning track, Abby Martin records out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder number 6, Kaylin Brown.
Kaylin Brown, left fielder, now settles in. Warren still over at first after a leadoff base hit. First pitch is a called strike against Brown. Had an RBI double her first time up in the first, and then popped out to Armstrong her last time up to begin the third. And the 0-1 on the way. Fouled straight to the backstop. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. As Rowan looks to post another scoreless frame here in the 4th. Be huge for Carson-Newman just to find some momentum facing such a big deficit early. The 0-2 hangs outside. Rowan doesn't get the strike call from home plate umpire Lenny Fox.
Most teams are complaining about how bad he is, Jay. Run, Reagan.
1-2 on the way. Goes to the rise ball. Brown stays patient. Lets it go by upstairs. Break even from Rowan. Pops it up, foul ground, first base side. Bailey ranging towards the dugout fence. Makes the play for out number 3. Warren gets on a leadoff single. Rowan puts down the next 3. It's 7-1 LR heading into the bottom of the 4th on the Eagle Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while. 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
8-9-1 set to come up for Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Trailing number 19 Lenoir-Rhyne 7-1. Katie Mathena leads off. Wilson's first pitch zips low.
Point fielder number 4, Katie Mathena.
LR wasted no time getting out in front. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second. They've been held scoreless the last 2 innings against Reagan Rowan. 1-0. Mathena clips it straight back 1-1. Eagles trying to time up here against Madison Wilson. So hard to replicate what she does in practice. Throws with so much velocity. Loves to work inside against hitters. The 1-1. Goes back to the well inside, but this one a ball too much. It's 2-1 against Mathena. Singled her last time up on a ground ball up the middle. Righty on righty as the 2-1 from Wilson comes in. Sizzles in to the bottom part of the zone. And it's 2-2 against Mathena. Sophomore right fielder has hits now in 7 of her last 8 contests. The break even from Wilson goes upstairs on the rise ball. Mathena is fooled. Goes down swinging for strikeout number 5 for Madison Wilson. Eagles saw Wilson last season in Game 1 between these two sides. Complete game from Wilson, striking out 9. First pitch is a rise ball that elevates too high against Shelby Armstrong for a first pitch ball. Wilson surrendered 2 runs, most of them earned on 6 hits with 3 walks. Through 115 pitches in that contest, up to 81 now. The 1-0 popped up and it drifts foul. Third base side. As Armstrong looks to set up the top part of this Carson-Newman order with Malia Smith, who's gotten on both times today. Armstrong 0 for 1 with a strikeout on 3 pitches against Wilson. The 1-1. Wilson works back in the upper part. And misses against Armstrong. Shortest player on this Carson-Newman side at 5'1" in the righty's batter's box. 2-1. High and outside. 3-1. Armstrong, a patient hitter. Has some power, has a home run this season. A 3-1. Comes in and hits in the heart of the zone. And the count runs full against the junior second baseman. Payoff pitch to Armstrong. A wave and a miss. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Wilson. Puts her up to 6 total and sends Armstrong back to the dugout for the second time today via a punch-out. Worked back upstairs against Armstrong. Get out number 2 as it comes down to the top of the order with Malia Smith. The check swing that is cued off the end of the bat into the netting behind home plate. A 7-1 lead for number 19 Lenoir-Rhyne in this top 25 matchup. 0-1. Smith pops it up and out of play. Down the third base side. Wilson has worked ahead against Carson-Newman hitters all afternoon long, especially so here in this 4th inning. The 0-2 misses low and away against the shortstop Malia Smith, who stands in the lefty's batter's box. One of 2 lefties in the Carson-Newman order, or an Addie Saunders. Smith has gotten on both times today, a walk and a single. And the 1-2. Low and away one more time from Wilson. Stands behind the rubber and now climbs onto it in a 2-2 count with 2 away. Break even home. Smith, the ground ball, clips off the glove of Wilson, and it is bobbled by the shortstop Ed Lang as Smith reaches for the 3rd time today. a high chopper and catapulted up above Malia Smith, or Madison Wilson, and Malia Smith picks up her second base hit. Her 26th multi-hit game of the season. Leads all Carson-Newman hitters in that category. As Abby Martin settles in. First pitch to her. Misses low and inside. One ball, no strike against Martin. She's 0 for 2, a line out and a strikeout. The 1-0 on the way. Martin cues one straight to the first baseman, Kiger. She'll take it to the bag. And Martin is retired for the third time today. Smith left stranded on the bases. Sends us into the fifth. It's a 7-1 lead for number 19, Lenoir-Rhyne on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Through 4 innings, it's a 7-1 lead for the 19th ranked Bears of Lenoir-Rhyne over number 21, Carson-Newman. Reagan Rowan's come in and has been a steady piece for Carson-Newman. Striking out 2 across 2 1/3 innings so far. Defensive change for Carson-Newman. Michael Graves goes to the bench, replaces Shelby Armstrong at second base with freshman Reese Winchester. As 7, 8, and 9 are due up for the Bears. Adriana Lamontia swings on the first pitch. Slow roller to the shortstop. Smith fires on the move to first, and it's in time.
There goes Spoon.
Some more smooth glove work from Malia Smith on a spinning ball. Was able to pick it up on the move and moving to her right. Zips one to Macaulay Bailey at first for out number 1. Brings up Kennedy Lang, the shortstop, who's gotten on base both times today. First offering to her. This is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the 1-0. Outside to Lang, 2 balls, no strikes. Single and a walk for Lang. The shortstop's been so good defensively and also providing stability in the bottom part of this Bears order. 2-0. Cuts and misses on an off speed for Rowan. Delivering a bounce back performance for the sophomore in the circle. 2-1. Goes back upstairs, changing the eye level. Lang sees it better this time and works the count to 3-1. Hitters count with 1 away in the top of the 5th. 3-1 from Rowan on the way. High and outside. And for the second consecutive time, Lang works a walk. With 1 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 1, Madison Wilson.
Brings up the pitcher, Madison Wilson. After giving up her first run of the afternoon in the 3rd. Picked up back-to-back strikeouts to get things going in the 4th. Allowed 1 base runner on an infield single for Malia Smith. That was the best chance Carson-Newman had. As first offering brushes inside against the lefty, and that's 1-0. Wilson jam shot straight to the shortstop. Smith to first. Got her. A 6-3 double play for Carson-Newman. Holds LR scoreless for the third consecutive inning, and all 3 outs recorded by Malia Smith. 7-1 LR heading to the bottom of the 5th on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shopseeandeagles.com.
The first baseman, number 40, Macaulay Bailey.
3, 4, and 5 in the Carson-Newman order. Coming up here in the bottom of the 5th, Macaulay Bailey leads off and clips the first pitch he sees from Wilson to the backstop. Macaulay Bailey trying to find a way to kickstart lightning in her bat once more. Has come into a tough stretch lately. There's the 0-1. Chops one straight to the second baseman, and Nicholson snaps to first, and there is out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th. Brings Grace Gregory to the plate. 1 for 1 with an RBI double. Drove in Bailey in the bottom of the 3rd. Lone run to score for Carson-Newman. Was down 7-0 after an inning and a half. Gregory swings on the first pitch. Infield pop-up goes straight to the shortstop in Lang. And there's 2 quick outs for Wilson on 3 pitches in the bottom of the 5th. And a prime example of what Wilson has been so efficient at this season, working inside. Jams Grace Gregory for out number 2. Brings Addie Saunders, the left fielder, to the plate. She swings in the first pitch, and that goes to the third baseman in Prim. 4 pitches, 3 outs. It is a quick bottom of the 5th for Madison Wilson. Sends us into the 6th. 7-1 LR in firm control in Game 1 on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Two innings remain for LR. They sit 6 outs away from picking up at least a share of the 2026 regular season title in the South Atlantic Conference. as Reagan Rowan settles back into the circle and delivers a first pitch strike to the top of the order for LR and Autumn Joyce. Madison Prim and Lainey Ward set to come up against the sophomore that is at a revitalized appearance through 3 1/3 innings. She has just surrendered 2 hits. No runs have scored on her accord. The 0-1. Joyce fouls it away. And the count's at 0-2. Sophomore out of Soddy Daisy, Tennessee. The 0-2. Joyce flares one into right center field. Mathena ranges to her right, and there's out number 1. Seven runs through the first 2 innings for LR. They all scored against stellar freshman right-hander Atiana Stamper, who didn't have her best stuff going today. 7 runs, all of them earned on 5 hits through an inning and 2/3. All runs scoring with 2 outs on the board. First pitch skims top of the turf to Madison Prim for a first pitch ball. Prim's 1 for 3, a 2-run home run in the second. Rowan home on the 1-0. An off speed that bounces straight to the third baseman. Gregory on a couple of hops slings it to first. 2 away.
Now batting, the catcher, number 33, Lainey Ward.
Rowan with an unconventional 1-2-3 in the bottom of the, or in the top of the 5th rather, but it went in the book the same. Ground out walk and then a double play. Here comes Lainey Warren. Pops up the first pitch she sees from Rowan, up and out of play. First base side 0-1. Gearing up for game 2 in the left field bullpen, Faith Kerrigan for Sheena Holler. Here comes the 0-1. Bounces in. 1-1. LR were to sweep today, then they would clinch the regular season title here in the final weekend of the regular season, would secure home field advantage throughout the SAC tournament. 1-1 from Rowan. Misses down and in. 2 balls and a strike against Warren, who's 1 for 1. A hit by pitch and a walk. And the first and the second scored on both occasions, and then singled to lead off the 4th.
Come on, Reagan.
2-1 on the way. Warren golfs one high in the air right center field. Martin and Mathena converging. Martin calls her off. That's a 1-2-3, top of the 6th for Reagan Rowan. She has thrown 4 1/3 innings of shutout ball as we head to the bottom of the 6th on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Anne-Marie Richards leads off in the bottom of the 6th. Wilson comes home, and a cut and a miss from Richards for a first pitch strike. Wilson has been spectacular in the circle for Lenoir-Rhyne. Has surrendered just 1 run on an RBI double from Grace Gregory, but has 6 strikeouts to 3 walks. The 0-1 loops outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 6 strikeouts for Wilson to 3 walks. Next offering her 100th pitch. And she misses inside to Richards 2-1. 60 strikes thrown. It's a pretty good percentage if you're Madison Wilson. The 2-1. Stamps on the inside corner to Richards, 2-2. LR got in front early. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second. Put Carson-Newman its biggest hole it's seen this season. Break even to Richards. Off the end of her bat, she muscles it foul down the first base side. Here's a 2-2 from Wilson. Called strike 3. 7th strikeout for Madison Wilson. Sends Richards back to the dugout, down looking for out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th. And it's back to another screwball for Madison Wilson, her go-to pitch. Puts 1 out on the board, 7 Ks for the junior, and here comes Sarah Walker. Walker goes after the first pitch she sees, and it pops up out of play, first base side. Since the RBI double from Grace Gregory, as here comes the 0-1 to Walker, goes to the rise ball and comes up empty, 0-2. Wilson has retired 10 of the last 11 hitters that she has seen since the RBI double from Grace Gregory. Here comes the 0-2 to Walker. Strike 3 called. Freezes Walker right at the knees on 3 pitches for strikeout number 8. She says good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Looking for one more out here in the bottom of the 6th. Two consecutive backwards Ks for the junior. Katie Mathena goes after the first pitch. A sinking line drive into left, but a diving grab made by Kaylin Brown. Puts a bow on a 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th.
No runs, no hits, no errors, no runs.
Brown was playing in. Mathena thought she had a base hit, and Kaylin Brown with a superhero effort for out number 3 sends us into the 7th. LR in firm control on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman Athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeAndEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Reagan Rowan's day comes to a close after 4 1/3 innings, giving up just 2 hits, no runs allowed, with a strikeout and 2 walks. She turns things over to one of the 6 seniors Carson-Newman will honor in between games, Riley Sykes, native of Powell, Tennessee. Looks to get 3 more outs as her squad trails number 19 Lenoir-Rhyne 7-1 coming into the final inning. She'll face 4, 5, and 6 in the LR order, and the first pitch to Alexandria Gray is an off-speed that just misses beneath the knees.
You got it, Riley.
The 1-0. Gray lifts one high in the air, right center field. Mathena into the gap, puts one away.
first baseman, number 7, Avery Kiger.
After the first 2 innings, Carson-Newman has settled its nerves, showing a much different team. Just 2 hits allowed after the second inning. But through the first 2, 7 runs on 5 hits. As Avery Kiger takes a first pitch strike on an off-speed that drops in from Sykes. Sykes coming off an efficient 10-pitch, 5 up, 5 down performance against E&H, the 0-1. Hits on the inner half on a breaker. Kiger sits in an 0-2 hole.
Your husband. He's like, is somebody in a bathroom?
Here comes the 0-2. Kiger pops it up, foul ground third base side. And Gregory is there for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for Riley Sykes. Ahead of her senior day ceremony in between games today. Post-grad plans for Riley Sykes. She's going to become a Spanish teacher and an assistant softball coach at Jefferson County High School. Favorite word in Spanish, piñata for Riley Sykes. As she fires in a first pitch strike here to Kaylin Brown. That's 0-1. And the 0-1. Off speed that just misses high and outside from Sykes. 1 ball and a strike for Sykes. Spent her whole career with Carson-Newman. 1-1 on the way. Fouled off by Brown, 1-2. And has gained more confidence down the back half of this season. Didn't pitch for a while, but had her number called against E&H. And as I said, faced 5 hitters, put them all down. She's put the first 2 she's faced down. Here comes the 1-2. This is flown out into center, left center field. Martin there, and it's a 1-2-3. Top of the 7th for Riley Sykes, and then Bailey Worley it came in to catch in that frame as well. As the 2 seniors combine for a scoreless top of the 7th. Eagles looking to bounce back, trailing by 6, heading in the bottom of the 7th on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Reese Winchester leads off here in the bottom of the 7th. Took a first pitch ball from Madison Wilson, 9-1-2, due up for the Eagles. 1-0 misses against Winchester inside 2-0. Winchester, one of 2 natives of San Diego for this Carson-Newman side. Started the season as the everyday second baseman, came in as a defensive sub for Shelby Armstrong today. 2-0, elevated above the zone, 3-0. Carson-Newman trailing by 6 in a 7-1 deficit. (3-0) to Winchester. Catches the zone. And the count goes to 3-1. Winchester has worked the second most walks among Carson-Newman hitters this season, the 3-1. comes sizzling into the heart of the zone. It's 3-2 as Wilson has worked backwards in this at-bat. Missed on the first 3 to Winchester. Now gets the count to 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. Winchester turns on it and flies it out into left field. There's Kalen Brown for out number 1 and the bottom of the 7th. 2 more outs for Wilson to pick up another complete game. And more importantly, clinch at the very least a share of the South Atlantic Conference regular season title, depending of course on the result between Anderson and Emory and Henry on Sunday. Malia Smith pops the first pitch he sees on a bunt up and out of play. 1-0. Wilson has delivered 15 complete games so far this season, looking for number 16 to give, as the 0-1 fouled away by Smith, 0-2 to give Sheena Holler her 13th South Atlantic Conference regular season title. 7-time Coach of the Year. Seems well on their way to advancing to their 5th consecutive NCAA tournament. The 0-2 called strike 3 at the knees against Malia Smith. And their strikeout number 9 for Madison Wilson.
I was down here. Call. That is not a strike.
Some disgruntled Carson-Newman fans disagree with the call. Puts 2 outs on the board. And here comes Abby Martin. First pitch to Martin. This is low. First time today that Malia Smith has been retired. Here's the 1-0. Stamped in the heart of the zone by Wilson. The 1-1 elevates above the letters. 2 balls and a strike against Abby Martin. Wilson has been so efficient in what she's done today. 2-1, Martin, a sinking line drive into right field, but ranging over to make the grab is the second baseman, Lacey Nicholson. And game 1 comes to a close. Domination, a wire-to-wire win from the Bears, 7-1, and they clinch, at the very least, a share of the regular season championship in the South Atlantic Conference. The 16th complete game from Madison Wilson paces the Bears. Jumped in front 7-0, 3 runs in the first, then 4 more in the second. Pair of 2-run home runs from Madison Prim and Alexandria Gray. Avery Kiger and Kylan Brown started the scoring, and Wilson did Madison Wilson things in the circle. 9 strikeouts, limiting the Eagles to 1 run on 5 hits, and snapping a 15-game winning streak for Carson-Newman that has lasted since March 21st against the Anderson Trojans. Sheena Holler picks up career win number 1,099. One more trying to pick up a milestone mark. She'll have a chance in game 2. Till then, Senior Day ceremonies on tap as Carson-Newman will honor its 6 seniors. See you then on the Eagle Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please turn your attention to the first base line behind home plate for our Senior Day festivities. This year's senior class has won 128 games in 4 seasons as a group that has competed in the NCAA tournament once, looking at a second time, and has been a SAC tournament host all 4 years.
Who wants to do mac with me?
Oh, I'm in the background.
Yeah.
Here, Emily.
How good would you put it in?
Don't complain about my lip gloss. You ain't gonna.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite your attention to the first baseline for our Senior Day festivities. We will honor a senior class that has won 128 games in 4 seasons, and as a group that has competed in the NCAA tournament, hoping for a second appearance here in the coming weeks. They've made the SAC tournament as a top 5 seed all 4 years. Our first senior is number 17, Elena Smith. Elena is accompanied by her best friends Mari Robbins and Hayden Dye. Elena has played in 24 games across her 4 seasons on the banks of Mossy Creek, recording 5 hits and 5 RBI. Her favorite Carson-Newman memories are the long road trips and bus rides, and all last with her former roommates Mari and Hayden. Elena will be a nurse at the University of Tennessee Medical Center in the Trauma Surgical ICU. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause for Elena Smith. Our next senior is number 40, Macaulay Bailey. Macaulay is accompanied by her parents, Tim and Clarissa Bailey. Bailey is the Carson-Newman all-time leader in both home runs and runs batted in with 55 and 244 respectively. She is the SAC's all-time leader in runs batted in and is top 15 all-time in NCAA Division II history. Bailey is a 3-time All-SAC player, a 2-time All-Region selection, and as a freshman, she was named the NFCA National Freshman of the Year, SAC Player of the Year, and SAC Freshman of the Year. Her favorite memory is her grand slam in the SAC tournament against Newberry as a freshman. After graduation, Macaulay will join the coaching staff for Carson-Newman softball before heading to law school. Ladies and gentlemen, Macaulay Bailey. Our next senior is number 47, Grace Gregory. She's accompanied by her parents, Micah and Marcus Gregory. In her lone season with Carson-Newman, Grace has left the mark here in the orange and blue. She leads the Eagles this season with 9 home runs, which is 5th in the conference, and she's 3rd in the SAC with 46 runs batted in, now 47. On April 13th, she won SAC and TSLA Player of the Week. Her favorite memories are karaoke on the bus and softballs in the hotel. Grace plans to help coach the softball team next season and finish out her master's degree in 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Gregory. Our next senior is number 14, Abby Martin. She is accompanied by her parents, Shannon and Mark Martin. Abby is a 4-year starter for the Eagles, totaling 93 runs batted in on 185 career hits. She is top 10 in program history with 154 runs scored and 58 stolen bases. She has enjoyed a career best season in 2026, batting .394 with 38 runs batted in, 19 stolen bases, 52 runs scored in 24 multi-hit games. She has appeared twice on SportsCenter as a part of ESPN's Top 10. Her favorite memory is all of her diving catches and her teammates being there to hype her up. She will be attending the University of Alabama at Birmingham as a physician's assistant program member in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, Abby Martin. Our next senior is number 55, Riley Sykes. She is accompanied by her parents, Kimberly and David Sykes. Riley has spent all 4 seasons with the Eagles, making 39 appearances and 16 starts in the circle. She's picked up 14 wins and 68 strikeouts in 120 innings pitched. Her favorite memory is going to NCAA regionals as a freshman. Sykes will become a Spanish teacher and assistant softball coach at Jefferson County High School after graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Sykes. Our final senior is number 5, Bailey Worley. Bailey is accompanied by her parents, Tracy and Jimmy Worley, and her dog, Waylon. Bailey has been with the Eagles for the last 3 seasons, appearing in 43 games and scoring 14 runs. Her favorite Carson-Newman memory is catching for Sierra Rogers at Anderson last season. Worley will become a NICU nurse at Mission Hospital in North Carolina. She will also split time in Jefferson City while training for a marathon when softball ends. Ladies and gentlemen, Bailey Worley. Ladies and gentlemen, how about one more round of applause for Carson-Newman softball's class of 2026. Our seniors gathered together for a group picture. This concludes our Senior Day ceremony.
I've got Band-Aids in my
Go on, my queen.
Everything's good, so right now.